Hello again and welcome. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke Schein Wealth Management. Today is Thursday, the 22nd of April of 2021. Several headlines that we're going to discuss and some things to think about, and happy Earth Day. So thanks for watching. So good news on the economic front. It's further confirmation that the U.S. economy is healing, that the U.S. initial claims last week was reported down once again, down 39,000. So that brings us about a 547,000 sort of run rate right now. But the best part about that is now 2 weeks doesn't make a trend, but 2 weeks in a row is down. Now, the U.S. labor market data traditionally is always choppy, so you don't ever want to invest fully in that, but the trend could be our friend as we monitor that on a go-forward basis. I know that markets are, so we are too. The U.S. economy is healing. Some empirical evidence with a friend the other day who's senior management at a local resort out here says capacity is off the charts in a great way in terms of people coming out and wanting to get out in Southern California. It's beautiful, and visit the Coachella Valley. The only challenge that they're having right now is labor shortage on property. They can't find enough people to actually turn the rooms over quick enough in housekeeping, so on and so forth. So they have to slow down the number of bookings simply to keep up with the ability to turn the rooms over. Another conversation I had with a GM at a local country club here, much the same thing. Life is abundant and people are coming out. A lot of people are vaccinated, so it's making things a little bit easier, but they're having difficulty getting people to come back to work, difficulty to get people just to show up. And so their labor shortage we're seeing, U.S. claims are going down. We're also seeing senior management at different various sectors of the economy, especially travel and leisure, which is very important, are seeing a labor demand crunch simply because they can't get their employees to come back. Now, it could be obviously unemployment that's still there, stimulus and support, and that continues to September. So we're going to see how the summer plays out. But the U.S. economy, if you look at TSA reports, high frequency data, if you look at traveling, if you look at all across the United States, even ticket sales at box offices, if you go see the movies lately, you're seeing the demand pick up. But again, a local restaurant owner that I know, good friends, he basically said right now the biggest challenge they're having is, again, the labor. People not wanting to come back or getting paid more to stay home or simply just scared to come out right now because they still don't believe it's safe or right for them for whatever their particular reason is. That's okay too. But it's a real important data point to continue to do channel checks, as we call it. Jim Cramer does it all the time. Peter Lynch used to do it all the time back in the 80s. I always go out when I'm out and about. I always ask the business owner or the local grocery food place, how is business? All these young entrepreneurs, how's business? And everyone's telling me that business is picking up, which is great. And going back to sort of what we see in the travel industry, travel right now is on pace in some subset of the locations across the United States to be on track with 2019 and exceed 2019, which was the best year in quite some time for the travel and leisure industry. So if we keep this pace up right now, again, more people are being vaccinated, more people are traveling, we could see a record year in leisure and travel, which is very, very important for the U.S. economy to basically be running again on all cylinders. Now, speaking of cylinders, switching gears to Earth Day, talking about human innovation. Human innovation in two different categories. New applications for new businesses is taking off. It's north of 400,000 a week that United States is reporting in terms of new business applications. That's human innovation. That's really what we're seeing as to the fabric and the strength of the U.S. economy here is the entrepreneurial spirit. And when there's always a tragedy, i.e. opportunity, there's always someone that has the way of solving that problem, if you will. That's been the history of civilization, history of time, and especially no better than the United States today. Happy Earth Day. Let's go to the catalytic converter, right? In the 1970s, early 70s is when it was invented. Before then, there was so much oil, producing negative emissions that it wouldn't be a sustainable pace. But one person came up with the catalytic converter, which reduced the number of emissions, which basically gave birth to, again, another couple of decades of just auto-related industry taking off. So we're going to see that again, right? Obviously, it's not perfect. Obviously, we've got to take care of the earth and climate and everything else. But I believe personally that there's somebody out there right now that's going to solve a new problem, human innovation once again, that, they're working on it. And I think that, we had at some point in time only a certain supply of oil. And, economists said at one point in time, there was only a certain amount of oil in the United States or around the world that would only sustain us till like 2050. Well, somebody figured out fracking, and fracking then doubled the oil supply because they were able to engineer and come up with some ingenuity to figure out how to double the supply by finding more resources that we didn't even know were there. Again, it's technology and human innovation. Now, all of that is the oil-related industry. If we put our focus there, which we did the last 50 years, and now we're shifting our focus to climate and taking care of the climate and climate change related topics. Can you imagine what the human innovation is going to do on a go-forward basis? Obviously, electric cars, but energy right now. If you look at energy, the energy produced, if you just go to the EPA, 25% of all of the pollution that's produced is energy-related, non-oil. So even that's not perfect, if you will. So I know that we're going to try to figure the world out going forward. And I believe that there's somebody out there, maybe it's one of our kids, that's going to solve a problem that's going to change the world for the better on a go-forward basis. That's my belief. That's my faith here. I believe in the future. I believe in the U.S. and I believe in human innovation. And happy Earth Day, because we're going to continue to do better and be better all the way around. So enjoy your day. Thanks for watching. Until next time.